Welcome to another Fast Tech video. Before we start, please go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix your PlayStation 3 DualShock controller if it's pressing buttons on its own, as demonstrated here. This video was brought to you by the Fast Tech Pro Auto Kit, which is an automatic screwdriver you can use to disassemble not just your PS3 controller, but your PS4 controller, your PS5 controller, and much more. Links in the description box and top comment. Let's get started. So this is our PS3 controller that's having the random button press issue. We're going to start disassembling it by using our Fast Tech Pro Auto Kit, and we need a Phillips bit attachment on it. And then we're going to remove the 4 Phillips screws. One, two, three, four, and 5. Now this is a model CECH ZC2M, and there's a bunch of variations of these controllers, but the principles remain the same. And the thing you need to do to fix it, which I'm about to show you in a few minutes. Now we're going to separate the back of the controller from the front. There's a little clip in the middle that has to be disengaged, like that. R1 button came out, L1, whatever, no problem. Now this trigger might get in the way, and these are kind of complicated to put back in sometimes if you have this type of trigger set with a white plastic that pops out, but more on that later when we reassemble this thing. Now there's a battery in here that we have to remove simply by lifting it out. There's a connector that we have to grab and remove like so. Now we're going to remove this single Phillips screw that holds the motherboard in using our Fast Tech Pro Auto Kit, saving us time once again. And not only does this kit disassemble your PS3 controller, but your PS4 controller, your PS5 controller, the PS5 console, and much more. Now that we've removed the logic board, we're going to see this piece right here. This is the membrane that connects the motherboard to the buttons at the front. And what happens is there's padding underneath that either comes loose or sometimes this gets flattened out, and that's this piece of padding right here. And once that happens, your controller starts acting crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this piece right here to make some new padding. So now I'm gonna get some thermal pads, and what I'm gonna do is I am going to cut a similar shape out of this thermal pad to create new reinforcement. So I got me some scissors, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the same shape out of this thermal pad without cutting the original piece. Boom here, some over here. Boom. So now what I've done is I've created some extra reinforcement for this piece here, and now I'm going to insert it into the same area where the main reinforcement is. So we're going to put the main underneath the original one, which has most likely been pushed down enough where it's no good, no bueno. And now we're going to install the membrane back onto the posts. There's these 2 white posts that we have to put them on. One of them, the one on the left, has this notch that we have to go over like that. And now that this should fix our problem. You want to make sure everything's nice and tight. Another thing you want to do is clean these contacts with isopropyl alcohol, because in some cases, very rarely, it could be that these contact points are dirty, and that's what's causing the problem. So we're going to grab a Q-tip, some alcohol, and just wipe it down. Wipe it down. Make sure, see, there's some dirt that came off of it. This can also cause problems. Let's wipe that excess alcohol that we may have gotten on other components. Now let's reassemble this thing, and this should fix our problem. Push the analog sticks through. Let's insert this button that came out. We want to have it lined up with the button that it sits on underneath, the actual button, the membrane. Lift up the button slightly and then push it in. You want to make sure that this presses. This membrane should be sitting down like this, all the way down. Should be under these 2 points right here, one here and the other one here. Now let's insert the L1 button, which is giving me quite an L so far. There you go, L again. Oh man, boom. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. There you go. Perfect. Now let's insert the L2 coming up. Boom, boom. Yes, and now everything is as it should be. Boom. Make sure your triggers work. Yes, they do. Yes, sir. Now I want to make sure this screw is extra tight, because this is a screw that holds the logic board down. So you want to make it as tight as you possibly can, without stripping it, of course. Now let's insert the battery. It goes in this way, black wire facing north, and then push it in like that. Now let's seat the battery in the clips and holes that's designed to hold it in. Now we're going to install the back panel back on, and you want to install the trigger side first, like this, and that way the triggers won't come out and they'll go right through. You want to make sure everything is in place, and then click everything into place. There's a clip at the bottom that will be secured once you do so, like that. Make sure all the buttons press at this point. And now we can reinstall the 5 screws at the back. Black Phillips screws. All the same screws inside anyways. I don't think you even have to mention that. Here. Here. Here and here. And now for testing. And before I test this product, I want to remind everybody that this video was brought to you by the FastTech Pro Auto Kit, which not only disassembles your PS3 controller, but all other kinds of electronics. Links in the description box, and you can use the coupon code YouTube for a discount. So now I'm going to pair my controller to the PS3. And as you can see, there's no more ghost button pressing. It's working and operating as it should. No more Casper the Ghost fucking with your PlayStation. So if this video helped you out, please be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to our channel, because that helps me out tremendously. And check out our website at fasttechstore.com if you need any PS3 parts, PS3 controller parts, PS5 parts, and that's why this PS5 is a shell of what it used to be. Pun intended. Thanks for watching another FastTech video. Before you leave, please go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell next to the subscribe button to get notifications. This is Shiroz from Fast Tech signing out, and I'll see you in the next one.